With the 17th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
Really?
I'm not a big smile guy, but I'm smiling I've been smiling these last 24 hours.
What did you like so much about Dallas Turner?
I mean, that was really more what didn't we like? Very talented. I mean, there's traits and tangibles, acumen with this young man that we really coveted. And quite honestly, I didn't think he was going to be available.
I think Dallas is going to be special. He had a spin move maybe last week. It was quicker than the nails. I was like, damn, like this guy's going to be special. I was like, holy f***.
I love the smoke, so yeah.
Everyone's talking about J.J. McCarthy, but somehow they've already forgotten about the other first rounder, Dallas Turner. That's about to change because in 2025, the freak from Alabama is ready to remind the NFL exactly who he is.
This is the league's next great pass rusher, and he's about to wake everybody up.
Let's not rewrite history. Dallas Turner was him coming out of Alabama. 6'3", 247 pounds, 4.46 40. That's edge rusher speed with wide receiver juice. A 4.08 shuttle, faster than top corners, and a wingspan that looked built in a lab. In his final season at Alabama, he totaled 10 sacks, 55 pressures, 32 stops, had the #1 pressure rate in the SEC, and claimed SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Turner was relentless. Off the edge, through the line, sideline to sideline, his burst was filthy. His motor never stopped, and scouts couldn't deny it. He was the most explosive edge in the draft. He wasn't just an athlete, he was a problem, a play wrecker with freaky tools and room to grow. The comparisons came quick. Will Anderson, Brian Burns, some even dared to whisper Micah Parsons. Not because he was as polished, but because the physical makeup was that rare. And when the Vikings landed him in the first round, it felt like a heist. They just had lost Danielle Hunter, they needed a new identity. Turner looked like the prototype. He had the pedigree, he had the tools, and once he hit the NFL, he landed with the defensive coordinator in Brian Flores, who turns chaos into production. Draft day felt like destiny. The Vikings needed the juice off the edge, and Turner had the jet fuel in his cleats.
But what looked like a perfect fit on draft night didn't explode right away. Turner came in with Defensive Rookie of the Year buzz, but never found his footing. Turner lacked secondary pass rush counters. Part of that was natural rookie curve, but another part was opportunity. Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Grenard were playing the best ball of their careers. They stayed healthy, they stayed disruptive, and they earned the majority of the snaps. Turner also struggled against NFL caliber anchors, and in Brian Flores' defense, a scheme built on disguise, pressure, and total assignment discipline, he often looked hesitant. Flores doesn't run a plug-and-play front. He runs one of the most exotic, demanding systems in football. You don't succeed off traits alone. You succeed by knowing when to strike, how to adjust, and where to fit. As a rookie, Turner was thinking instead of reacting. He wasn't lost, but he wasn't free. That's why his snap count fluctuated. That's why he never found rhythm. That's why some fans, hoping for a Hunter replacement, moved on. But inside the building, the Vikings didn't flinch. They saw the twitch, the burst, the bend. They saw a rookie who was absorbing everything, even if it didn't show up on Sundays. And now, in year 2, they're ready to let him go.
Because this offseason changed everything. Turner spent the entire spring in Minnesota's facility, living in the weight room, grinding through tape and refining his toolbox. He didn't just add size, he added technique. He learned how to string moves together. He learned how to attack leverage. He learned how to bait protections and finish reps. He's not a freak athlete trying to play edge anymore. He's a pass rusher with freak traits. Multiple beat reporters noted his presence throughout training camp. Alec Lewis of The Athletic wrote that Turner blew past Blake Brandel in a blink, calling it one of the cleanest wins of the day. He flashed in one-on-ones. He stayed late working hand combat with coaches. He carried himself a guy who finally knew the playbook inside and out. And most importantly, the game had slowed down for him. Year 1 was about survival. Year 2 is about attack. Flores was already dialing up ways to use him. Off ball, hand in dirt, wide 9, even in shallow coverage. This season, Turner's versatility won't just be used, it'll be weaponized.
Dallas doesn't need to be a 15-sack guy, but he does need a finish. Turn pressures into hits, hits into sacks, and sacks into momentum-changing moments. And by the end of spring workouts, he wasn't just getting off the ball first. He was arriving with a plan. He added an inside spin, a long arm power move, a ghost rush that finally started to land. He wasn't just winning reps, he was ending them. That's why 2025 feels different. This defense is built to confuse and collapse pockets, and Turner, with a full year of mental reps and a summer of violent refinement, is built to finish those plays. Don't be shocked if he racks up 8 to 10 sacks. Don't be shocked if he becomes the most dangerous man in purple by Thanksgiving. Because the only thing scarier than a first-round athletic freak is a second-year pass rusher who's figured it out.
The hype wasn't wrong. It was just premature. In 2025, Dallas Turner is going to show why the Vikings made him the face of the defensive future. Fast, violent, calculated. The breakout season starts now.